What are some cool life hacks of our bodies? When you do pull-ups, try to imagine yourself pulling your elbows down, not pulling your body up. It's a mental trick that can make them feel easier because it forces you to use the muscles in your back more. I'm going to try this. What I've been doing is pretending my shoulder blades are wings and I'm flapping them, but eventually I end up with jerkier movements. Thanks stranger. I've been doing this trick where I pretend I'm a water buffalo. Haven't tried it with pull-ups though. If you have a stuffed up nostril, lay on your side which is opposite to the nostril. For instance, if the left nostril is plugged, lay on your right side. Try tilting your head different ways and just lay there. Once you find the right head orientation, the pressure will relieve itself. It's orgasmic. Rolling around and stretching on the floor for 5 to 10 minutes helps to relieve a huge amount of body aches/soreness for me. It really relaxes your body and loosens it up. If you're wearing wet swim trunks, wrap a towel tightly around your waist and pull it tight around your knees as well, so that your knees are touching each other. Now squat as low as you can. You should feel the towel constrict even tighter. Your swim trunks should now be totally dry, and you can go straight inside and sit on the couch without getting yelled at by mom for leaving a big wet mark. If you have somewhat of a double chin or you want your jawline to be more defined in a picture, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Guys, when shaving over your Adam's apple, swallow as you swipe down to avoid getting nicked. Just washed your hands, but there's no towel or hand dryer. Use your hair. Instead of treading water and tiring yourself out, float on your back by arching your spine and pushing your hips up toward the sky. Spread your limbs out and use small movements with your arms to stabilize. Contemplate life. Tiptoe, toe heel walk, every time you aren't wearing shoes, improves balance and +1 stealth. Also good way to work out those calves. If you stay underwater long enough, you can live the rest of your life there. If you have a blocked nose right now, try this. Exhale completely out of your mouth until your lungs are empty. Do not breath back in yet. Pinch your nose with thumb and forefinger. Don't breathe yet. Tilt your head all the way back and then all the way forward. Do not breathe in yet. Repeat the head tilting exercise for as long as you can hold your breath. When you can't hold it anymore, let go of your nose and breathe in a nice lungful. Your nose will be clear, at least for long enough to use some nasal spray and clear it properly. This is awesome. You look a total dick, and I've no idea how it works, but it does. Water should be the first thing you put into your body each day. That's not what I tell my wife. More a glitch than a hack, but if you position yourself in the door frame or something similar with your arms hanging down and push both your arms against the frame with all your force and keep doing that for about 30 seconds and step away while completely relaxing your arms will raise themselves upwards while you are relaxing your arms. Okay, this is a hack that doctors doesn't want you to know. Try to go to bed early. You will notice a huge difference next day. If you're convinced a body life hack will work, it usually will. It's the gazebo effect. If you need to pee, but don't have to, push into your belly button with your finger. Kinda wiggle it around as you push. This will give you the sensation to pee. If you hold your hand at the side of your body and clench your fist, the gag reflex is suppressed. So go ahead, stick a finger down there. Next time you leave a club or concert and your ears are ringing, and you're having trouble hearing quieter noises, cover your ears with your palms with your fingers wrapped around the back of your head. Then use your first and middle fingers on each hand to sort of flick the back of your head a bunch of times. The ringing should mostly go away, and your hearing will come back for a while. No idea why it works. Edit. Yes, hearing damage from unsafe noise levels is very real and permanent. I do not recommend relying on life hacks to deal with the effects. Wear hearing protection when you can. If you need to get up in the middle of the night, keep one eye closed so that when you flip on the lights it stays attuned to night vision. That way you can still see in the dark with the other eye when you're done hitting. Feeling depressed or just thoroughly upset? Have a snack containing the following. Dark chocolate to raise endorphins. Blueberries to raise serotonin. Green tea plus, which contains L-theanine, that blocks stress receptors in your brain. Anything rich in B vitamins like 5-hour energy, vitamin water, or banana chips, as B vitamins replenish energy that's sapped when you are depressed. I've used this custom snack pack to great effect in the past, even coming back from being legitimately suicidal. I've had my mood turn around inside of 2 hours with this. I'm on a daily antidepressant now, and am doing much better overall, but sometimes I still need this emotional band-aid fix. Plus hot or cold green tea will work, but for added benefit, holding a warm mug of hot tea sends signals to your brain to help your muscles relax, which you may be subconsciously tensing due to stress. Improve your lung capacity by trying to swim the entire length of the pool underwater on one deep breath. I've been working on this at the large pool at the gym, and the extra breathing capacity has proved beneficial in a variety of ways, including stamina. Have number 0 productivity days. Do something productive every day, even if it's just one push-up. It's habits that help you. Once you get in the habit of doing things every day, it'll be a lot better than working out a lot one day and never again like most of us do. Every time you go to bed, make sure you've done something productive. Also, meditation can be extremely beneficial and it's free. If you have stomach acid issues, indigestion, or wake up with stomach aches, sleep on your left side. It will lower the chance of stomach acid leaking into your intestine, indigestion, or esophagus, heartburn. Put your finger in your ear and scratch. Instant Pac-Man. If you ever forget something and just can't remember what it was, try redoing whatever it was you last did. Walking into a room from a different room, look at a particular picture, listen to a particular song. The visual cues will remind you of what you were thinking about at the time. As someone with terrible memory, I can say this works perfectly. If I forget something while walking through the house, I just re-walk through those rooms and I always remember. If you're trying to see better while driving, turn the volume down on the radio. Works for me every time. For people of an average build, your neck is about half of your waist size. This is useful when shopping in thrift stores. If you can wrap the waistband of a pair of jeans around your throat, you'll know they fit. If you get some form of exercise every day, your mind and body will feel better. Lifting 3 to 4 times a week and biking to work/school every day has completely changed who I'm over the course of a year and a half. Don't give up on yourself. If you're writing a test and are having trouble thinking/remembering an answer, adjust your position. Somehow this helps you think differently. You can easily do your 9's multiplication on your hands. Start by spreading all fingers out on both hands and put the nth finger down. N equals whatever you're multiplying by. So if you are doing 9x3, put your middle finger on your left hand down and count the number of fingers on either side of that middle finger. Given you have 10 fingers, you should get 2 fingers on the left and 7 fingers on the right. Thus, your answer is 27. This only works if you have 10 fingers and can count. When running or exercising, and you get the painful side stitches, exhale all of the air out of your lungs until you can't anymore. This forces you to replace all of your air out and inhale really deeply. Do it 3 times, and it gets rid of it almost every time. If you have the hiccups, I have a trick that a school teacher taught us. Inhale through your nostrils deeply, without exhaling. Swallow for about 5 times and exhale. Done. It was weird the first time I tried it, didn't think it would work but it did. If you feel a sneeze coming but it fails to emerge, super frustrating, look at a bright light and it'll come. Works for me almost every time. If you consume fewer calories than you expend, you will lose weight. Every time, no matter what. You can temporarily silence tinnitus by putting both hands on the back of your head with your middle fingers touching at the base of the skull and your hands covering your ears. Now tap under the base with both your index fingers and the tinnitus should disappear. For me it only works temporarily sadly, and one friend of mine said it didn't work for him at all, but I think it is kinda cool. How to get a natural high. Tilt your head back so that your whole neck is exposed. This helps the exercise be easier. 2-point raise your right arm to a 120-degree angle and make a fist. Helps the blood pressure from decreasing. 3-point position your fist so that the thumb and index face your mouth and the pinky the opposite end. 4. Loosen your lower jaw and make your lips stretch and tongue stick out so the high is forced to move throughout the face. 5. In order to get a high, you must move your fist in a smooth up down motion and voila, you are now high. Do you feel dizzy, especially after you wake up in the morning? Try Epley maneuver. It helps, and after a certain amount of time you feel no dizziness at all.